Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Dash channel. In July, Anthony Joshua will get a chance to take revenge from Alexander Usyk and regain the IBF, WBA and WBO heavyweight belts. However, Otto Wallin doesn't really believe in the chances of such a turn of events. The official announcement of this meeting has not yet been made, although this issue seems almost a foregone conclusion. Fight number 2 is scheduled to take place on July 23 in the Middle East. In the first meeting at the end of September last year, the Ukrainian defeated the Briton with a score of 115-113, 116-112 and 117-112. Theoretically, Joshua has all the tools he needs to win, but he lacks confidence. If he had fought aggressively as before, acted like Chisora against Usyk, perhaps he would have been able to take revenge. In my opinion, this is the only way for Joshua to defeat Usyk, Otto Wallin said. Usyk remains my favorite in this rematch. He already had a chance to handle AJ in his first fight, and now that he knows him better, he seems to be an even bigger favorite. Joshua has to bring something new to the ring. His fitness something else. Only then will he be able to take revenge. He definitely chose the wrong tactics in the first fight, Wallin added. On the eve of the fight, Bob Arum confirmed the date of the second fight between the world champion in 3 versions, Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. The most remarkable thing is that it was not confirmed by Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn or Usyk's manager Agus Klimas. However, according to Arum, the rematch will take place on July 25. It's worth adding here that it is Monday, therefore with a 100% probability, the fight will take place on July 23. The location of the battle has not yet been reported. Most likely, Eddie Hearn has not yet managed to agree on a venue for the rematch. Among the options mentioned were England and Saudi Arabia. Do not rule out the option with the United States, as it is necessary to conquer the American public while Tyson is retired. The American market is very large, and we should not forget about it. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. The task of the Usyk for the camp is to gain the former fighting conditions and put his mental state in order. In this context, the second point looks more time-consuming, but Alexander is no stranger to difficulties. He is a professional athlete. The Ukrainian fighter repeatedly fought for belts on foreign soil and always came out of the ring victorious. Thus, Usyk showed that he knows how to fight under pressure. But at the end of July, a praise of a different level will prevail over him. The advantage for Alexander is that he will have over 3 months for full training camp. A lot can change during this time. The Ukrainian has everything to repeat a success. He doesn't need to reinvent the wheel when he already has one worker on hand. The main thing is to control yourself, and this will be enough to confirm the title of world champion once again. The fighting arsenal has been developing since childhood, and if this moment is missed, then you will not have time to catch up. In this case of Andrews, Anthony tried up the challenger tactics so that he had enough stamina to keep the dominant Mexican at arm's length. There was no talk of technical innovations. With Usyk, this will not work. This is the main reason why he will remain a wooden fighter, whereas only trump card is cannon blows. At this stage, after all the shocks, Joshua is the most convenient and understandable opponent for the Ukrainian. A Briton can experiment as much as he likes with a physical form, but globally it will not change anything. Anthony is already 32-year-old. He has been in boxing for more than 10 years. He is a fully formed fighter with his advantages and disadvantages. Therefore, Joshua is incapable of a radical transformation into a condition of fury. British boxer Anthony Joshua said that in a rematch with WBA, IBF and WBO heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk, he intends to send the Ukrainian to a knockout. When I was preparing for Usyk, I thought that the fight would last 12 rounds. I thought I could outbox him. He took 2 more rounds than me. That's how he became a champion. Now I'm preparing to knock out him. I always feel when sparring or boxing that the opponent's spirit begins to fall. When you look into his eyes, watch his body language, you can read his every stroke. After some time, the opponent begins to lose strength. My style is to get closer, apply pressure and create difficulties for the opponent. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.